Teams like the Browns, the Packers, they have no right playing in a dome. And the fact that the Browns are getting an indoor stadium, it sets me off.
Obviously.
It does.
That's right. It's time we once again get fired up and kick off the damn sports show. Presented by Real Sports Cards in Waupun. A show that's as honest and self-aware as their hosts, Wally Lukachinsky.
I don't think the out-of-towners are going to be too excited and ready for this. That's all I know.
And of course, we can count on Ashley to keep him in check. She just might be the biggest Taylor Swift fan at the station.
They are champagne.
Shout out Taylor Swift.
Oh, give me a break.
It's hard to tell. They cover everything: Titletown, pro, college, and high school sports around South Central Wisconsin. Even if it's the Wisconsin Badgers, for better or worse.
Talk about how bad the Badgers are. Bring the sadness. Another year that they fail to meet the Sweet 16. Another year they don't get to a bowl. It's a disaster in Camp Randall.
Catch it all on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, Daily Dodge TV, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Happy Monday, South Central Wisconsin, and hope you all had a very happy and safe weekend celebrating the 4th of July, the 250th birthday for America. Comes with some sports drama today, as in just about 3 hours' time, the U.S. men's national team will be taking on Belgium with a player that we did not expect to be on the team here about 48 hours ago. The Milwaukee Brewers at the same time. They continue this hellacious stretch going into the All-Star break. They continue now the 8 consecutive games here in 7 days, in 7 days' time on the road. 5 here against the St. Louis Cardinals. That'll be starting a little later tonight, and they will be doing so without Brandon Woodruff being available after once again having shoulder issues with that cyst once again. What that means for them is we have the trade deadline approaching ever so quickly. But first, we have the great Gabe Neitzel. So we might be able to ask him some of these Brewer questions because there's not a bigger Brewers fan in the state of Wisconsin. And now we welcome on to the show the great Gabe Neitzel. And you can hear him weekdays on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy from 7 a.m. until 9 on ESPN Milwaukee and the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube page. Gabe, before we start talking Brewers, before we get into the Giannis news officially happening, how was your July 4th? How are things going in your world?
Yeah, July 4th was great, man. I mean, was able to, have the day off, play a little golf, have the old smoker fired up, had some brisket, some friends and some family come over. I don't think I could ask for anything better on July 4th.
Oh, that's nice. So you got the brisket out there, and amazing that you were off work. I tell you, Gabe, every time it's a weekend, it feels like I hop in my car and I turn on ESPN radio. I always feel like I hear your voice. You got to be the busiest man in sports entertainment.
I just, keeps me out of trouble, Wally. That's all I got to do. Just got to keep working to keep myself out of trouble.
If you say so, Gabe. Well, you do a heck of a job, and we appreciate you giving us some time. And I mentioned it. You're a diehard Milwaukee Brewers fan, and so far this year it's been what feels like sunshine and rainbows everywhere you look, with the exception, it feels like, of Brandon Woodruff's health. And once again, he will have a stint on the IL. I guess, first of all, do you think that this has any impact on what the Brewers do decide they're going to do as the trade deadline approaches, or do they still have other bigger issues that they're going to focus on first?
I mean, I think it has to, impact what they're ultimately going to do at the trade deadline, because he was out for the better part of 2 months, almost 2 months, the last time he had the dead issue, the dead arm issue. Now he's got the cyst. Maybe he has it surgically removed. Who knows what that timeline ultimately ends up being. But if we're talking him not pitching for 2 months, okay, now we're talking about September. And, yeah, Woody's a veteran enough where I think he doesn't need that much to ramp up and be effective in the postseason. But the fact that, they thought he was going to be fine, he had 2 starts and then suffered another setback, I don't think the Brewers can count on him, unfortunately, to be a part of their postseason plans. And that means you start taking a look at, okay, so who's going to start games for you if you make the playoffs? Okay, you got Miz. You feel really good about Miz. He's going to be an all-star for the second time in his career. Kyle Harrison's been fantastic. Should have been an all-star. Maybe he ends up being a replacement and somebody that can throw in the game. Logan Henderson is probably going to be making his return to the rotation this week, maybe taking that spot that Woody vacates in the rotation, and I believe that would be the series finale against the St. Louis Cardinals. And Brandon Sproat, who's got an ERA near 5 right now. And I know they love Sproat, and I love Sproat, and I love the potential he has, but let's say he even figures it out. Those are 4 guys that have never started a playoff game. Miz is the only one with playoff experience, and he was fantastic last year, but going into the playoffs, they didn't trust him to start games. So I think you at least need somebody in that rotation that has a little bit more veteran experience. And I'm personally holding out hope that it's Tarik Skubal, that the Tigers come to their senses and they're able to make him available, although they just had the best record in the American League this past month in June. So who knows what they decide to do with Skubal, if they just want to hold him and hold on to him and keep him. Maybe Sonny Gray becomes available. He's pitching pretty well for the Red Sox right now. But I think they have to acquire a veteran that they feel a little bit better about in that starting rotation.
But you mentioned a couple of those big pieces that are going to be getting all the eyeballs over the next few weeks. If it isn't a Skubal, if it isn't a Gray, is it just a more or less, hey, let's get that third guy that we're comfortable with? It maybe not necessarily as sexy, but you just want to go get a guy out there that's going to be able to eat 6 innings when you get to October. Do you think it is a big swing at starting pitching?
I mean, I hope it's a big swing because they've got enough to offer up. Let's just use Jet Williams, for example. I think they can use Jet Williams for, a 2-month rental and get something pretty good in return. And I don't know where Jet factors in the future of the Milwaukee Brewers. He plays up the middle defensively. Maybe he can play a little bit of center field, but you're running out of spots, man. I think we talked about this before, Wally, but Cooper Pratt's already up here. Mm-hmm. You've got Bryce Terang for the next handful of years playing second base. Jesus Mate, I assume, is going to slide over third. So what does that mean for Andrew Fisher, who just continues to crush the baseball every minor league level he's at? I don't know if he flips over to first base. They signed Luis Lauret, who's in the minor leagues, to a long-term deal. You have Jackson Chourio out there. So there aren't a lot of spots that are still up for grabs when you start looking at the future of the Milwaukee Brewers because of how good their farm system is. So I think that means you turn some of these pieces you have. At some point, you turn these pieces into something that can help the big league club. And I think that this team can be good enough where if they acquire one of those big arms, you feel really good about that rotation and you feel good about going toe-to-toe. Unfortunately, without Woody, I mean, you probably feel good about going toe-to-toe with anyone but the Dodgers in terms of your top 3 rotation because they can go 4 or 5 deep with those tremendous arms that they have. But I think you feel good about those 3 games, maybe cobble something together for a 4th game and get back to the top of that rotation if you were to play them in a playoff series. But I just don't think that they can survive and get to where they ultimately want to go if they don't have another starting pitcher. You can't do what you did last year, have 2 guys you trust in Freddie Peralta and Quinn Priester, and then try to cobble together starts with guys going 3 or 4 innings out of the bullpen and having openers and all that sort of thing. I just don't think that that's ultimately sustainable if you want to have ultimate success.
Switching gear, well, not really switching gears, but kind of, to the All-Star game. The All-Star break's coming up. Were you surprised that it was only The Miz and William Contreras as All-Stars for the Brewers?
I was. I really thought that Bryce Terang, especially because the way that his peers talked about him coming out of the World Baseball Classic, and I know the biggest fan of his is Aaron Judge, who plays in the American League, so probably couldn't have a vote on the National League team. But he didn't get voted in as a starter. That went to Ozzie Albies, but and sometimes when you have a snub, it's, because this team has to have an all-star. And initially when I saw Luis Arias from the San Francisco Giants at second base, I thought, okay, Arias must be the Giants' only all-star. No, they also have Logan Webb, who also isn't pitching that well this year, 3.66 ERA. So it's funny that the Giants with those 2 guys, I mean, okay, they need to have one. So either Kyle Harrison should be in over Logan Webb or Bryce Terang should be in over Luis Arias. The fact that the Brewers have the same number of All-Stars as the Giants, the Brewers, the team with the second-best record in all of baseball, versus a team that is openly having a fire sale and saying, hey, we got a bunch of veterans over here. Come get them, everybody. That's just outrageous to me. So, yes, I was very surprised that they only had 2 All-Stars. They'll probably have some that get picked up, and maybe when it becomes official that Miz is not going to be pitching in the All-Star game because he's slated to start, in the unofficial first half finale this Sunday, maybe they just go, hey, let's replace him with one of his teammates and give Kyle Harrison the nod. But I would expect a couple of guys to get those nods. That being said, Miz, obviously, best pitcher right now in the National League. William Contreras, one of the best catchers, if not the best catcher in all of baseball with what he can do offensively, defensively. Certainly deserved it. But the Brewers, again, second best record in baseball, somehow don't have more representatives in the All-Star game.
It blew me away, but I grew up, as you were very well aware, I grew up in Pittsburgh. I was a Pirates fan. And when the Pirates would get to the All-Star break and have their, typically their one reliever, because somebody had to make the All-Star team, I got fired up knowing that I'd be able to see them in a game. But the Brewers are in a little bit different spot, Gabe, where you're playing legitimately for a World Series. Do you almost see the idea of, like, Miz might not pitch? Do you kind of get a little excited and happy about that? Or is it different for you, where you do want to see these guys getting involved with the All-Star game? Or where do you fall on that?
Yeah, I mean, I would love for Contreras to get an at-bat. I don't. It doesn't bother me. We've had this debate where on our show, on Jen Game and Chewy, and Jen really wants Miz to pitch in this game. It just doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Especially with the injury now to Woodruff, because now you've got 8 games this week, and you need your starting pitching to be able to step up and eat innings so you're not just blowing through your bullpen and putting those guys at risk for injury. So you need guys that you know you can trust. So having Miz start 2 of the 8 games just makes all the sense in the world to me, and that means he's just not going to be able to pitch in the All-Star. He got to do it last year. He wasn't going to be the starter. Dave Roberts has kind of signaled that he's going to give it to Christopher Sanchez, who's the Phillies' ace, and the game is in Philadelphia, so he wants to give the home fans a little bit of a thrill there with him throwing in the game. The baseball is just different, even from when you and I grew up, Wally, even if you want to even go further back. Like, the All-Star game used to be the only time, other than the World Series, you got to see American League versus National League. We didn't have as many televised games nationally or even locally as we do now. So if you're a Brewers fan, you're probably going to get to see Jacob Mizorowski pitch tomorrow against the Cardinals, Sunday against the Pirates. It's just readily available. And, yeah, okay, maybe it'd be cool to see him match up, but because we have interleague play, we've seen Miz go up against Aaron Judge. We've seen Miz go up against, somebody, and Judge isn't playing in the All-Star game this year because it's hurt, but we've seen Miz kind of match up with all these different American League stars in the half a season he pitched last year, the first half he's pitched this year. So it's just not quite as big of a deal to me because there are plenty of stages for him to show out on a national stage. And the biggest national stage I want him to show out on is in the playoffs in a potential World Series. So him pitching in the All-Star game, especially because it's just going to be an inning, it's just not that big of a deal to me if he doesn't pitch in this game.
No, that's well said. And actually, great point, too, because you're right. When we were growing up, the idea of being able to watch, I remember the 2000, like that late 90s, early 2000 Yankees, and being able to watch my Pittsburgh Pirates go up there and try to get a hit on Andy Pettit or anybody
Roger
on that
Clemens.
pitching staff back, or Roger Clemens, go down the line. I feel like we've lost the specialty of these All-Star games, and I think the reason it's sad is that baseball's really the last one that still feels kind of like how it was. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, it is because it's the closest to a regular game because it's the easiest to kind of go all out and still not, kind of risk anybody in terms of injury because there's so much money in these games. But, it's a situation where it's still really good, and I'm still going to watch the game next Tuesday, but it's just not worth it, to me, like, for the Brewers to try to reshuffle their rotation this week so Miz ends up pitching in the game. I just don't think that's worth it. And, next year, maybe it works out where he's not pitching on the Sunday before the end of the unofficial first half of the season, and he ends up, pitching in the All-Star game. He got to pitch in it last year, and maybe he'll start in it next year. He's going to have plenty more opportunities to pitch in this game.
We were talking a little bit before and teasing at the start of the show today, too. I'm sure by now you've seen the Giannis goodbye that he posted on Instagram and Twitter. We haven't had a chance to talk to you the last couple weeks with our schedules conflicting a little bit. With this kind of finally being the end now, I guess for you, how are you going to remember this process? Is this going to be in 2 years, a distant memory, only remembering the good? Or is there going to be any kind of residual from how this last year has gone about?
I don't think there's going to be much residual. I think much like many Bucks fans, are going to choose to remember 2021 above all else and the championship that he brought, and not think about, the consternation and the hand-wringing and is he going to go? Is he going to ask for a trade and all those sorts of things? And the drama that played out over the last 12, 13 months. And now that he's officially gone, and he still had a little bit of that. I haven't watched all of it, but he sat down with Jim Paschke, and the videos available on YouTube, had just a little over a half-hour conversation with the Bucks' legendary broadcaster and Jim Paschke about, how this was a difficult decision and how it is a bit of a risk. And maybe Jim kind of floats the idea of maybe Giannis comes back eventually one day, and Giannis brought up the idea of, hey, that's what Kevin Durant did. Maybe that's something that could be in the cards for him at the close of his career. But, it's going to be hard to have anything but positive thoughts for a guy that made a franchise that I thought would never be relevant, one of the best in the NBA from 2018 to 2024. There was a 6-year stretch there where the Bucks were the best regular season team. They made an Eastern Conference Finals. They won an NBA Finals. And prior to that stretch, in my lifetime, there was one season where the Bucks won a playoff series, and that was 2001.
Wow.
They won their opening series. They won the Eastern Conference semis and made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's it. Nothing in the 90s, nothing after that until Giannis was taking this team deep into the playoffs seemingly every year. So I am going to have nothing but positive thoughts about Giannis, and I can't wait for the NBA schedule to come out. It's going to be an expensive ticket. I don't care how much it costs, but I'm circling it on my calendar. When the Heat are in Milwaukee for the first time, I want to be there to welcome Giannis back to Milwaukee.
I think that you're going to be far from alone in that. Happy to hear that positive outlook. And Gabe, it's exciting to be able to catch up with you again today. Before we let you go, I'm curious, over this last 3 weeks since we've talked, has anything changed in the sense that the USMNT is playing tonight? Or are you going to be like, you know what, that's great, guys. I'm going to have the Brewers on the big screen. I'll check ESPN.com when I have time.
Yeah, maybe. I've got the iPad. Maybe I'll fire up the iPad and just kind of have that as a second screen and keep checking in on it. And look, it's great with Balogun, and the way that all played out, it seems a little fishy, but who cares? He's going to play for the team tonight. So that's obviously exciting, and I'm hoping that they win. I want them to go to the quarterfinal round for the first time since 2002. But, yeah, my priority is still the Milwaukee Brewers, especially because they're taking on the Cardinals in Game 1 of the series tonight. So that's going to be the main source of attention tonight.
Hey, fair enough. Gabe, we appreciate the time. Hopefully next Monday when we're talking with you, maybe we have a team that's going to be going to the semifinals. Maybe we can get them shifted over to the big TV then.
Oh, yeah. Semifinals only. All right, that's the rule.
All right, fair enough. Gabe, have a great week, and we'll catch up with you next Monday.
Sounds good. Have a good one, guys.
There he goes, the great Gabe Neitzel. You can hear him again every weekday on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. on ESPN Milwaukee and the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube page. Always got good Brewers insight over there. Gabe is as diehard and as locked in as they come. And I always envy because he's a realist, but at the same time, he's a realist with that sense of optimism.
Yeah,
that's you don't see that. You know what I mean? I don't feel like you bridge that too often.
No, he he's not me where I'm we're winning it all. We're winning it all.
Yeah, we'll see. You already got it figured out. They're going to win it all right here. Ashley Dobrzynski.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
She's going to be wearing the Joey Ortiz jersey after the parade when we get to the start of November.
You are out of your mind.
And then she's going to have the joint jersey with Lucas Van Ness in February after the parade over there at Lambeau. It's going to be a beautiful time.
Yep. Sure. Whatever you say, Walter.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to say next. We're going to be talking to David Brandenburg. We're on the other side of the break. Beautiful weather out there. Great chance to get over to Rolling Meadows Golf Course. Get a round of golf in. I know Gabe would be jumping over there at the bit if we can pull him back in, lock him into a cage here for 3 days, get him out in some of these local courses. We'll talk with David right on the other side of the break, and then let's continue the honest conversation, and we're going to play that goodbye that he had for Milwaukee here on the Dam Sports Show on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
The Columbus Family Dental Mystery Player is back for the 2026 baseball season. Listen to Milwaukee baseball every Sunday on 95.3 WBEV, and we'll announce who the mystery player of the game is. Then the following business day at 8:15 during the WBEV morning show, if you're the correct caller who can identify the mystery player, you'll win a pair of tickets to see a game in Milwaukee. It's the Columbus Family Dental Mystery Baseball Player of the Game all season long on 95.3 WBEV.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Ugh, Randy, my kitchen and bathroom are straight out of the 90s.
Oh, like Friends reruns 90s? Or dial-up internet 90s?
Full-on dial-up, Randy. Oak cabinets, busy countertops. It's all very talk to the hand.
Sounds like your spaces need some serious upgrades. A professional floor covering, we do more than floors. We've got cabinets, countertops, and design help to take your kitchen from all that to all this.
So no more as if every time I walk in?
Totally. We'll help you ditch the outdated look and bring your kitchen and bathroom into this century. You'll totes be feeling like you're in a spa, but like without all the whispering. Unless you want that, I guess. Get the process started by visiting PROFLR.com or stop by our showroom in Beaver Dam.
Nice, bro. These renovations are gonna be the bomb.
No doubt.
Are you tired of battling a damp, musty basement? Air Care in Beaver Dam has a solution for you. The April Air Dehumidifier will significantly improve the air quality in your basement by removing up to 100 pints of moisture per day. That's 12.5 gallons. The April Air Dehumidifier is quiet, energy efficient, and backed by an impressive 5-year replacement warranty. If you want a crisp, dry lower level for more living space or storage, call Air Care at 920-356-8860. Big enough to serve you and small enough to care.
In an instant, an injury can change your plans, your paycheck, your peace of mind. But the bills don't stop. The calls don't stop. The worry won't stop. Experience and results matter. After 4 decades of fighting for injured people, we know how to win. Because you deserve respect, results, and to move forward. We fight for what's fair so you can get back to what matters most. Gruberg offices. One call, that's all.
Badgers, Brewers, Bucks, and more on the Damn Sports Show, presented by Real Sports Cards in Waupun. Stay tuned to 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
And welcome back to the Damn Sports Show on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV. If you are looking for a one-stop shop for all things sports cards, head on over to Real Sports Cards in Waupun or check out their app. Whether you're into sports cards or Pokemon, Real Sports Cards has you covered. With live break streaming right there on the app, you can grab individual cards on the go, be part of a group, and watch for your favorite players and teams as the packs get opened. Go to the Apple or Google Play Store today, look for the orange logo, and take your collection to the next level with Real Sports Cards, your local resource for all things sports cards, Pokemon cards, and more. Ashley Dobrzynski is going to be trying to get David Brandenburg on the phone for us right now. Otherwise, we'll catch up with him in the coming days, hear about all the great things going on over there at Rolling Meadows Golf Course. One of the other things, while we are waiting in the moment here, we saw earlier today the finality of the Giannis Antetokounmpo trade, where he has official become a member of the Miami Heat. And with that, he put a video out there thanking everybody here in the great state of Wisconsin for his time. We're going to dive into that, play that for you here in just a few moments. But before we do that, we will have David Brandenburg joining us now over there at Rolling Meadows Golf Course. It's a beautiful day. We just came off of a wonderful 3-day weekend. David, how has everything been going over in your world at Rolling Meadows?
Oh, just wonderful. The course is packed today. Just perfect weather. I mean, low 80s, sunny, hardly any breeze. It's just a beautiful day for golf.
Well, and it seemed like it was pretty beautiful weather, too. It cooled down a little bit over the weekend. Any fun stories that came out? Did we get any of the hole-in-ones? I know I was egging you on last time, hoping we can get one for 4th of July.
No, I didn't have any 4th of July. We just had a customer get one a little bit ago. They texted me.
Oh, today?
Get his picture on Facebook and stuff. So, yeah, I just had one a little bit ago today.
How often does it actually happen? I would have been like, this has to happen, like, I don't know, 10 times in a year?
That's for 27 holes, yes. I would say it's about 10 times a year. A couple people don't tell us. I mean, they don't want to be on Facebook. They don't want to make any big deal. But the ones that we hear about are about 10 a year.
Oh, my gosh. I'd tell you, David, you'd probably be annoyed before I even got back to the clubhouse if I got a hole-in-one. You'd hear me shouting the entire drive in. I'd make sure everybody knows.
Well, good. Yeah. That's a big deal. I mean, you may as well celebrate.
I'm still looking for my first ever birdie, David. Any tips for me before I get out there and try to figure out which one of these 9-hole courses is for me? How does Wally get better at golf?
Without looking at your swing, for most amateur golfers, slow the swing down, less backswing, follow through. Those are without seeing your swing, Wally, that's the tips I can give you. Just slow the swing down. A lot of people are just swinging way too fast, getting too wild, and not getting back to center. So,
well, lucky for you, you haven't seen the swing. That's a good thing. But even without seeing it,
probably, yeah. It might ruin me for the.
It's bad. I tell you
I've seen Wade's swing, and he's got a lot of variety to his.
Well, just slowing it down. It's a good tip. It's something I'm trying to implement because I'm a anxious, fast-paced person. So you think when you're half swinging and you're really swinging out of your shoes still, I promise you that I'm going to take that advice to heart. But, David, can you tell us a little bit about the Rolling Meadows this time of year? I know it's really hot out there, but we've had a lot of rain. It sounds like the course looks phenomenal right now. How would you describe these 27 holes to somebody who hasn't been out there and played it yet?
Oh, it's a beautiful rolling piece of property. We have 12 ponds, so a lot of water. It's pretty open, so you can stray out the fairway a little bit without getting in trouble. It also allows the cool breezes to come in the afternoon. It's a big course. It's a big piece of property, 270 acres. Mix of trees and marsh. And like I said, the ponds is just a great piece of property. Rolling terrain, easy for anybody to play, but yet from the back tees, anybody can be challenged. So it's fun for every golfer.
I believe that. And one of the beautiful things, too, is that you can do online tee times. You can make your life easy, especially if you are out here in Beaver Dam. How can people schedule an online tee time, and how can they find you?
Sure, you just go to rollingmeadowsgolfcourse.com, pick what time works for you, and that's about it. I mean, you'll get a confirmation, and you show up probably 15 minutes before your tee time, warm up a little bit, and be ready to go.
And then for people that want to get out there, can you tell us where you're located, where we can find you?
Sure, just take 151 up to the Highway D or Military Road exit. We're right on the corner of 41 and Highway D. Very easy to find, south side of Fond du Lac. You can see it from Highway D, so you really can't miss it. Nice, easy trip from Beaver Dam to come up and play a little golf.
We're talking with David Brandenburg over there at Rolling Meadows Golf Course. I asked Gabe Neitzel right before we went to break. I'm curious, David, do you have World Cup fever? Are you watching, or is this kind of a, you know what, I'm going to focus on golf. You guys have your fun.
I've watched a little bit. I don't have World Cup fever. Obviously, with U.S. playing, we'll watch that. But as far as every match, I'm not into it that much.
Hey, that's okay. You know what? Maybe this time next Monday, we're talking to you. It'll be the semifinal, and you're going to be getting the stars and stripes painted on the face. It's going to be looking good.
I'll be on the bandwagon then, that's for sure. Not sure about any face painting, but yeah.
Hey, when we get to the finals, I'm going to get you face paint. You can be the stars. I'll be the stripes. We'll be all right.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, David. You have a great week. We'll catch up with you next Monday.
All right, Wally, sounds wonderful.
All right, the great David Brandenburg right over there at Rolling Meadows Golf Course. Make sure you schedule a time. It is beautiful. Mild summers are the best thing to get out there. Extra excuse to get out there on the links and have a good time with your friends and family. Ashley, as you were connecting with David there, I gave a little tease to the Giannis video we saw today on Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to actually make sure I get ready to click the button over here on the left. Wally, stay accountable. And Ashley, if you can cue this now, we'll listen to this, and I'd love to respond here in about a minute time.
The city of Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin, I want them to remember this from me. Don't worry about the basket. Don't worry about the championship. Don't worry about the winnings. Don't worry about the losses. I try to be like them.
We're gonna take an iconic selfie video so I can watch it. I can watch for the rest of my life and remember this day. Can we do that? Let's do that, come on.
I believe the city of Milwaukee is blue collar. It's people that work extremely hard every single day. They give all the hard-earned money to come watch the Milwaukee Bucks. To come and feel something. To come to be a part of us. I hope that I was able to represent them the best that I could. And I was like them. I showed up to work, did everything that I was willing to do, all the dirty work, just like them. I hope that bringing the trophy to this city meant something to them because it meant so much to me.
Milwaukee, we did it, baby! We did it!
I want you to hear it from my mouth. The city of Milwaukee will always be in my heart. This is my home, and this is a place that I had my kids. My mom is here, my father is here, my brothers played here. They made me the man that I am today. That will never, ever change. No matter where I am, Milwaukee will always be my city, my team, my family.
I want to be NBA player.
With the 15th pick, the Milwaukee Bucks select Giannis Antetokounmpo from Athens, Greece.
Ashley, I saw you and Charlie getting a little misty-eyed earlier today.
That makes you cry. Like, that is so sad. And did you see him, post, because he sat down with Jim Pesky?
Sure.
You don't know either? Great. Anyways, he sat down with him and just talked about, how, he was I'm scared of change. He's like, people love me here, and I'm scared that I'm never going to find that again. And then he started talking about how he didn't want to, he literally said he didn't want to leave. Hold on, let me try to find it. He doesn't regret not deciding to leave Milwaukee to pursue his best chance. Because he said, he doesn't want to wake up at 37 or 38 and just be like, why didn't I take that risk to go to a different team? He didn't want to leave, but he wants the second championship. And I get it. You work this hard. You don't want to be on a team that sucks. But that video, actually was so sad, especially seeing him, as a young child, or as, however old he was, being like, I just want to play in the NBA.
Well,
and he did it. And then he's
did
gone. He's gone, Wally.
I know. He had another video out there on Instagram today I was watching too, and at the end of the video, he's talking with his parents, and I believe his brothers were there with him at that point as well, and he's standing on the floor looking up, and he says, these are the legends. That's why their numbers are there, because they played here long enough. They got honored. They got their numbers retired. And he goes, who knows, maybe in 15 years, maybe 20 years, my name will be up there. And it
he's
was that
child.
Goosebumps. Right? You're sitting there because his number's not only going to be up there, it's going to be the number for people.
I'm pretty sure it's already getting talked about getting retired.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he'd be one of those players that even you do it while he's playing. It's going to happen. He's a huge reason why this State has an NBA basketball team today. And who knows where they would have been if Giannis didn't come around. And every time I talk to, whether it be Gabe, whether it's Jason, Jesse, any of our friends around town, I think that there was a lot of just annoyance of the process and of everything going on in the moment this past year. But every person I've talked to, the same at the end seems to come every time of he's going to be a Buck forever. He's going to be remembered as the greatest Milwaukee Buck ever. He brought a team a championship. He is going to be a son to this state, to the city of Milwaukee forever. It just sucks that it had to end this way, but that's unfortunately the reality of the sports world we live in now.
Yeah.
You don't see players play, end to end at one place. It happens so seldomly. And to have a guy like Giannis even try to come back this last year, I know maybe some of the decisions weren't ideal, but even that, I think when we look back in 10, 15 years, there's going to be nothing but positives to be said about Giannis and his tenure here as a Buck.
I hope he comes back. I hope he decides that when his stint with Miami's done, he retires, comes back. Just one more season.
We're in a similar spot. I hope that you get it. I want LeBron to be a Cavs to end his career.
Do you think he's going to?
Truthfully, no.
I think that, what if he went to the Heat?
I think that if he is interested in winning a championship more than anything else, he will not be a Cavalier next year.
No.
If it is just about putting a bow on his career, rounding out back home, I think he would be a Cleveland Cavalier next year. But I think that you're going to have a very similar question that Giannis is going to be asked in about 5 or 6 years' time of, do you want to have one more crack at winning a title?
Yep.
Or do you want to finish it out where it all started? And I think we're sports fans. We're romantic by nature.
Yeah.
And I hope
that's the perfect ending.
It would be. And I think we all want that. I would love to see one more season with Giannis donning the cream and green.
Yep. Oh, that actually made me want to cry.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sad day.
Sad Monday. But you know it's not sad. Did I take the words right out of your mouth?
It's well done. Well done.
The USA men's team plays tonight against, I almost just said Portugal, but it's not Portugal.
No, they're gone. See ya.
See ya.
Adios,
Belgium,
Ronaldo.
Them waffles over there. And we are going to win, hopefully.
We're going to rip up
and we're going to talk about that next.
I was going to say, we're going to rip up a Belgian waffle right here on set here in just a few moments.
That would be awesome.
If we had one, if you're not watching on Daily Dodge TV, we have plenty of waffles here. We will be ripping into those here in just a few moments. U.S. men's national team right after the break here on the Damn Sports Show on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
Hey, this is Alex Krogan, head football coach at Watertown High School, and you're listening to 1430 ESPN.
Partner your business with the most famous 4 letters in sports, ESPN. For more information, click on the Contact Us tab at DailyDodge.com.
Dodge County Sheriff Dale Schmidt says his office is working to establish a protective equipment fund to help offset the cost of about $35,000 to $40,000 every year. The Wisconsin Conservation Congress says residents can begin submitting proposed resolutions for the 2027 spring hearings on August 1st. Gold Star families in Wisconsin can now personalize their specialty license plates at no cost, as the state will waive the $15 annual personalization fee. State officials in the Wisconsin DOT are seeking federal support to extend 2 daily Amtrak Hiawatha trains to Madison, Watertown, and Pewaukee. The Juneau Public Library says Claire the Whale will visit Dodge County Thursday, July 9th for a free Whale of a Story event. And the Dodge County Treasurer Chris Keith says the 2026 tax bills will be based on 2026 property assessments. Taxpayers are encouraged to review any notice of changed assessment now. I'm Justin Wilski with your ESPN News.
Your home for Beaver Dam High School Golden Beaver Athletics is Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
Hi, I'm Josh Schneider, president of Silica for Your Home. If you're ready to upgrade your home, I invite you to visit Silica, your one-stop shop for appliances, electronics, furniture, bedding, and more. Since 1922, we've proudly served our community with quality products and exceptional service you can trust. Our experienced team is here to help every step of the way, from sales to delivery and installation to service after the sale. Visit us at shopsilica.com or stop by our stores and see why it's Silica for your home.
2-1 is a liner back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Yelich around third. He will score, and the Brewers on the board first. 1-0 Crew as Terang found the golden snitch. Yelich rips one fair inside the bag down the first baseline. Yelich turns first. He's on his way to second. He's in with a stand-up double to get the Brewers offense off and running from Wrigley.
This is Jeff Levering. Your home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball is 95.3 WBEV.
Prairie Ridge Health's primary care team welcomes new patients. From routine checkups to support for chronic conditions, Prairie Ridge Health's primary care team is here to provide personalized, compassionate care for your entire family. With clinics in Beaver Dam, Columbus, Sun Prairie, and Marshall, our primary care team is here to provide care for every age and life stage. Meet our providers and schedule today at prairieridge.health or call 920-623-1200.
Have the dog days of summer got you feeling hot, sweaty, and down? Then you need to call the expert team at JB Mechanical. When that summer heat hits hard, count on them to help you defeat it. Give a dog a bone and give yourself a much-needed break while the JB Mechanical team tackles any important AC services, from repairs to replacements, whole house dehumidifiers, and more. Learn more about their practical and cost-effective solutions by visiting jbmechllc.com. JB Mechanical is a proud dealer of Train equipment.
Nothing runs like a train.
Every financial journey is unique, and people can help you navigate.
The People team always goes far above and beyond to make sure that all of my decisions are in my best interest long term, and that I am fully educated in all the details of my options. They always follow up and make it feel like I'm the only client that they have.
Whether you're just starting out, preparing for retirement, or anything in between, People can help. Visit mpeople.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
A show that's so good, you could hang up an in-season tournament banner for it. The Damn Sports Show, presented by Real Sports Cards in Waupun. This is 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
You can tell a pivot has occurred. Welcome back to the Damn Sports Show here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV. We were originally planning on talking Milwaukee Brewers here in this block, but we're going to have a ton of time to do that over the next 4 days this week, as the Brewers have 5 games in 4 days in St. Louis against the Cardinals before they round out their first half in Pittsburgh this weekend. Actually, before we talk baseball over the coming days, we figured we would shift the topic to what's going on tonight. The U.S. men's national team has a chance to punch their ticket to the quarterfinals for the first time since 2002. And Balajian is going to play tonight. And people that have no idea what I'm even talking about, he gets a red card after review from VAR in the game.
What is VAR?
I think it's virtual assistant referee.
Okay.
If it's not that, it's basically what I just said.
Yeah, I know.
Just something right off.
Okay.
But the referee decided they were going to review a potential red card. They ultimately deemed in the moment that it was enough for a red. And with a red card in soccer, if you're not familiar, you then would have to miss the following game. You will have to be suspended. We won't get into all the reasonings, because Lord knows there's a million different reports right now.
Yeah.
But something happened. And FIFA decided that the Stars and Stripes would not be without Balajian tonight. And now he is going to be likely on the pitch as they are trying to advance against Belgium. Ashley, you've been like me every single workday. We're out there, whether it's noon, whether it's 2 o'clock, whenever it is, we have been catching World Cup fever.
Yeah, I've never been into soccer. I'm not even kidding. I don't think I've ever watched a full soccer game until the other week.
And all of a sudden, we're making plans. We got a group of us here at the station going over to watch the game tonight, Casa de Dobes. So
Dobes,
we got to make sure that we come through and get a win. But it's funny to me too, because I look around and it feels like maybe it's just me in the moment, the heat of everything's. Yeah, there's some people out there like the Gabes, like the Davids, who are like, yeah, I'll probably tune in. I'll watch it a little bit. But there's a lot of people like you right now that I've never seen before actively searching out, hey, when are games? Who would we play if we won tonight? Is this the teams? What are they doing? I've never seen the sport, I feel like, blossom and bloom as it has in the last month's time in this country than we've ever seen before. Is that crazy to say?
No, because I think it's so important that it is it's our home base. So people are obsessed with it, and they're becoming friends with other people from other countries. And it's like they said on Twitter, they've said it everywhere. It's like our parents hate each other, but we find our cousins finally get to sleep over. That's exactly what this is, and it's awesome. Like, I am having so much fun learning about soccer, and I never thought I would say that. Well, yeah, soccer. I haven't had that much fun that I call football yet.
Well, it is Monday Night Football tonight, though.
It is football. Yes.
I wish there was any way. I understand that there's rights and agreements. I wish that you could play the Monday Night Football song tonight.
Yeah, they should have. That would have been awesome.
They used to do this awesome thing. I don't feel like they do it as much anymore. If they have, I've lost it. But back in like the early 2000s on, I believe it was Sunday night or Monday Night Football, they would have the two CGI telegraphic looking helmets pop up. There's all these great lights, and then they come colliding full speed.
Yeah.
I need to have like the eagle, the American eagle, and a Belgian waffle come full speed at each other tonight, and then dun 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 dun. I need it. I need it.
I don't know if you saw this on Twitter, but the game's in Seattle, obviously.
Yep.
Okay. And somebody tweeted out, it must have been a Seahawks fan, and it was a picture of the Packers Seahawks when there was that very controversial call. Monday Night Football. Yes. And they were like, the Belgium is about to see what happens when a Monday Night Football game is played in Seattle.
I did see an important stat.
Ooh, let me hear.
The United States of America has never lost a Monday Night Football game. 718-0. Every other country is winless in that stat.
Wow, that says something. If I was a Belgian?
Belgian, I think.
Huh. I'd be scared. 718 wins to 0.
People don't win.
People don't talk about it enough.
People don't talk about it enough. And, it's one of those things, too. This isn't a country that was born again yesterday. This isn't a 249-year-old country you're dealing with anymore.
No. We are 250 years, and we are proud.
250 years, it's our year. They're going to get it done. Can I get a score prediction out of you tonight before we go?
2-0.
2-0. Dos a Cero.
Yep.
Take that one, Mexico. Sorry, I was...
Yep.
Can you tell me who you were rooting for? Because last night I feel like a lot of diehard soccer fans were like, you can't root for Mexico. That's our arch rival in this sport. You got to root for England. But then a lot of people that weren't soccer fans were like, screw that. I'm rooting for Mexico.
Mine was I want to see it go into penalty kicks because it was such a highly anticipated game. I was like, give me something good. So every time one team would take the lead or not, I would root for the other team to score a goal. So at one point it was like 2-1 Mexico or 2-1 England. So I wanted Mexico to score. And yeah, I just always wanted whatever team was losing to score and tie it up so we could go into penalty kicks and just see it really good.
Similarly, I was rooting, I think by the end of it, yeah, it was nice to watch. I wanted it to be painful for somebody.
Yeah, I completely and that's what penalty kicks would have done.
Yeah, it's like you're Badger fans. It's like, all right, if Minnesota and Iowa play each other, you want both teams to lose, but you're guaranteed one side's going to be miserable. So that's kind of how I went with it.
Exactly. I love that, Walter.
Good. I like it. 2-0. I'm good with that too. Let's roll 2-0. Damn Sports Show. Take it to the bank. Stars and Stripes. Let's get to the quarterfinals.
Hell yeah.
We're going to take our final break of the day, and it is Monday, so it's time to come back and get confidential. It's time for the confidential cabana right on the other side of the break here with more of the Damn Sports Show on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
Here's a look at your weatherology forecast. Lows dip down to about 57. Tonight, under clear skies, northeasterly winds around 5 miles per hour. Bright sunshine expected again tomorrow. Daytime highs approaching 85. Lows level off around 61. Tomorrow night, mainly clear skies. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. Currently 80.
From youth baseball tournaments to long afternoons on the soccer sideline, summer heat can come in fast. Keep your home cool all the way through the final whistle with JB Mechanical, bringing you this weather update now on ESPN Beaver Dam.
Attention sports fans. Whether you're chasing the hottest rookie card, that next big autographed sports card, or looking for expert card services, Real Sports Cards is here for you. For everything from sports to Pokemon cards, visit the store in downtown Waupun today. Go to the Apple Store or Google Play and download the Real Sports Cards app for all the live online card breaks. Watch, collect, and win from anywhere. Real Sports Cards, where every day is opening day. Be part of something special this summer. Beaverfest returns July 10th and 11th at Tahoe Park in Beaver Dam, and volunteers are needed to make this free community celebration a success. Just 2 hours helps create an unforgettable weekend featuring live music, family activities, the cardboard boat regatta, and an incredible fireworks show celebrating America's 250th anniversary. Flexible volunteer shifts are available now. Sign up, see the event schedule, and learn more at visitbeaverdam.com or the Beaverfest Facebook page. Join us for a Beaver Dam good time.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Did you know Marshfield Clinic offers self-scheduling? And there's no better time than right now to catch up on care. Primary care can help you stay on track with screenings, vaccinations, and labs, or simply be the place to check in on your overall health and well-being. Making an appointment online is simple. Visit marshfieldclinic.org/primary care and tap Schedule Online. Marshfield Clinic Primary Care. Life is calling. Go with confidence.
A beautiful view is waiting for you. Hometown Glass and Improvement are your trusted pros for new windows and sunrooms. Schedule your free estimate now and choose from an amazing selection of windows. Hometown Glass carries over 10 top brands, and you can visit their showroom at North 7171 Raceway Road in Beaver Dam. Check them out online at Hometown Glass and Improvement or call 887-3757 to schedule your free estimate today.
Local scores, local interviews, local recreational results, and local sports news. Stay up to date with all the latest on the local sports scene by liking ESPN Beaver Dam on Facebook.
Sometimes they have no idea what they're saying out loud. Isn't that what local sports talk is all about? Hear more shenanigans now on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and the Dam Sports Show, presented by Real Sports Cards in Waupun.
Welcome back to the Dam Sports Show here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV. Shares become sort of a calling card for Confidential Cabana because there's no shame when you get a little Cher playing on the radio, even though she did appear in the lesser of the two Mamma Mia films, Ashley Dobrzynski.
Agreed. Wait a minute. I thought you didn't like I thought you liked the second one more.
Wait, was Cher in the second one?
Yeah, but you just said the lesser, so.
It's a Monday. I didn't mean what I said.
Sure.
I take it back. It is time for the Confidential Cabana, where this is a safe place. We come in here, we tell you whether good, bad, indifferent. We tell you what's been on our mind, and we have to keep that here in the Trust Tree Confidential Cabana, if you will. And Ashley, I'm going to let you get us kicked off here because you're taking a shot at me and the gang here today.
Yeah, I actually am. So, my mom is in a parade for 4th of July every year. She is, she's involved in the Brookfield, Wisconsin parade. Okay?
Okay.
And where did all the good floats go? What is with this new age technology?
the iPad kids have struck.
Of just taking your truck, slapping a banner on it, and walking in a parade. Give me a float. I want to see confetti. I want to see, ribbons, and I want to see the whole production. And Walter, I'm calling you out. You were in a parade this week, and what did you do? You just drove a truck.
I drove our station vehicle. We had flags. We had glitter ribbons.
We are missing. I'm going to look up best 4th of July floats.
People want to, hey, let me pay respects to the greatest country on earth, 250th anniversary birthday, if you will. And I want to just show up and decorate my car. What's wrong with that?
Because we used to have dignity, okay? Because I'm looking at these parade floats, and they are phenomenal. They're so fun. And how hard is this to make? You get a trailer, you put some ribbon on it, bam, you're good to go. No, I don't want any excuses. This is an
excuse.
Oh, what are you saying?
No, I think this is a great opportunity. We will put you in charge of putting together a float for us next year.
So this is really funny that you say that, because as my dad and I were complaining about this to my mother looked at my father and goes, Mark, I'll just sign you up to be head of the parade. And my dad goes, oh no, I don't like it that much. And we were like, Dad, if you're going to complain about it, if somebody's gonna offer it up to you, I actually should have been careful. I feel like I'm gonna get a call now, and it's gonna be like, you need to run our parade.
I'm gonna be sending this up the ladder, up the food chain. Make sure everybody knows Ashley Dobrzynski is hellbent on getting us a full-on float.
Yes, Wally. What happened? Two people stand. The parades used to mean something.
Well, that's it. I'm glad we have this common ground. You are going to be the head of the committee. All this next year, we expect something phenomenal. I want pyrotechnics off of this float. I want to see sparklers.
You're gonna have a cake.
I want to see fireworks.
Going to come out of, and as you're coming out of it, there's going to be fireworks off the top and confetti. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's what 4th of July is all about. Parade floats. Anyways, that's my confidential cabana. Sorry I took up all your time, but not really, because you were just talking about what you did this weekend, and it was watch Civil War documentary.
It wasn't just Civil War, it was Spanish-American War. It was the War of 1812. Great song, by the way, for that as well.
It's really good, and so thank you all so much for tuning in today. Hold on. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Wally, you can take it over.
All right, we'll take it home then. I'll save my war talk, Spanish-American War, the War of 1812, all kinds of history stuff. We might just devote a show for it. Who knows?
I will not be here then.
We'll save that for Ashley's birthday next April. It's going to be a great time.
Boo.
All right, that's going to do it for us here on the Damn Sports Show. We will be back same time, same place tomorrow with another edition here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam in Daily Dodge TV. Have a great night, everybody. Homer Hour coming up next.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Silica for your home, serving Wisconsin homes for over